Hello, my name is David Crockett, and today we're going to discuss leadership. During our course, An Intro into Christian Leadership with Professor William Lamb, we have taken an in-depth look into both Peter G. Northhouse's Leadership Theory and Practice, the 7th edition, along with Eric Geiger and Kevin Peck's The Church and Leadership Development Designed to Lead. Each one of these texts has contributed to our understanding of leadership through examining leaders' behaviors, qualities, and their own unique styles. In our studies, we have reviewed trait theory, which suggests that certain people are born with attributes that enable them to become influential leaders. We've discussed skills approach, in which we learned about Catt's 3 skills approach, which is comprised of analyzing one's human, conceptual, and technical skills. We have looked into behavioral approach, which, unlike trait theory, focuses on what leaders do rather than who leaders are. We have also reviewed situational approach, which contends that followers move forward and backwards along a developmental continuum, which represents the relative competence and commitments of its followers. We studied path goal theory, which was developed to attempt to explain how leaders motivate followers to be both productive and satisfied with their work. During this course, we learned about leader-member exchange theory. This theory indicates that high-quality leader-member exchanges produce exceptional results, such as less employment turnover, confident performance, more significant organizational commitment, which leads to higher overall morale. We looked at transformational leadership, which focuses on the overall collective good of the people. In reviewing authentic leaders, we learned that in Bill George's opinion, authentic leaders have a genuine desire to serve others. They know themselves and lead from their core values. During our time together, we looked at servant leadership, adaptive leadership, and the psychodynamic approach. Because ethics plays such an extensive role in leadership, we examined the responsibility of leaders to affect people in positive ways and to treat their followers with respect and dignity. Upon the conclusion of our studies, we explored the reality that certain team leadership approaches, often attributed to prejudices regarding gender-related issues, are causes for the need for cultural change to occur if an organization or a movement is to be effective. While this list captures an overall view of what we have learned, it's by no means all-inclusive. To gain an understanding of what leadership is, let's begin by considering what leadership is not. First, leadership is not about you. Leadership is not about one's position or title. It's about your followers, your employees, your team. Many great leaders devote significant amounts of time and energy to inspiring and empowering others. Caring for people is a big part of being a leader. Leadership is not about obtaining power. Of course, with leadership comes power, but to efficiently lead, we must be more concerned with our integrity and our motives than we are about acquiring and using that power for our own benefit. Great leaders are those individuals who can earn the trust of their followers and also remain trustworthy. Leadership is not about controlling others. Leaders involve giving directives to obtain goals. However, the best way to make this happen is by equipping others to determine what needs to be accomplished. Leadership is about guiding, mentoring, and coaching more so than controlling the actions of their followers. Leadership is not about accomplishing everything on our own. As leaders, we cannot meet our goals alone. We need to equip the right men and women for the job so that the task is done effectively and efficiently. Leadership is not about doing all the talking. Great leaders are great communicators, but more importantly, they're great listeners. They seldom interrupt others when they speak because they understand that one of the most fundamental principles of leadership is that people have the need to both understand and be understood. The most effective way to understand people is to listen to them. Leadership is not about having all the answers, but can be about seeking out those answers. True leaders unite people in an effort to find answers to difficult questions through the art of collaboration. Leadership is not about demeaning others. Leaders do not alienate their followers. They encourage them to share their ideas, and through that process, they begin to gain momentum through having a shared purpose. Leadership is not about taking all the credit. Successful leaders know that nothing is achieved on its own. Progress is made when a group of individuals come together in an effort to achieve a common goal and begin to have small victories. For this, the leader gives credit rather than takes credit. Leadership is about being visionary regarding the future. Once we as leaders have identified a need and have formulated a plan, we can begin to assemble like-minded men and women that share in a goal. We can then start equipping those individuals to carry out their God-appointed calling. Christian leadership can be defined as the action of instructing others in the beliefs and practices of Jesus Christ. As leaders, we learn to recognize those abilities that others possess. And then we can cultivate those skills. As leaders, we share our time and our talents along with our experiences, strengths, and hope with our followers in an effort to maximize their effectiveness as potential future leaders. For me, one of the most influential learning experiences throughout this course was a statement made by General Stanley McChrystal in his talk, "Listen, Learn, Then Lead." The statement was this: leaders can let you fail and not let you be a failure. Christian leaders help people understand that to be effective in leadership, one must first be an avid follower of Jesus Christ. Leaders maximize their positions, their skills, and their talents most effectively when in the end they return all their glory to God. And then they begin to instruct others in the beliefs and practices of Jesus Christ in a loving and graceful manner. Thoroughly enjoyed this class. Thoroughly enjoyed sharing my time with my fellow students and with Professor Lamb. I highly recommend this course and look forward to what God has in the future. I thank you so much. God bless.